Best not happy with that quick single. 69 for 4.
There's plenty to look forward to with Sky Cinema. So take a seat for the latest blockbusters and some returning favourites.
I like this thing. When you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker?
Feast your eyes on incredible movies with Sky Cinema.
Pleasant, warm conditions. The challenge not coming from the atmospheric conditions, but rather than the pitch, which is very dry, coarse, abrasive, just offering enough to seamen spin alike.
What a spell from him, Chris Fox. 10 for 2 in his 4 overs. This is the 5th over. He's hitting the right areas, right length, and look at 50% of his spell bowling was good length. 25% short of a good length. Not even one short delivery, and of course the full was the white one was the wicket of Azhar Ali. Middle off, just off stump. Perfect bowling on this pitch.
He's always been incredibly accurate because his action is so repeatable. You can see why he's got this kind of metronomic accuracy. What he's done the last few years is just add a little bit of variation. An in-swinger, he's used the crease and created angles much better as he's progressed. He's always been very, very accurate. Presents a beautiful seam. That seam is usually bolt upright. Archer does well.
Good effort, I must say, from big man. Saved a run. The shiny side is outside towards first slip. The idea is if it's reversing, it means it'll go away. But right now I can see the ball is in between. It's sometimes it's going with reverse, sometimes it's going normal swing, conventional swing.
Is that right? You'd have a phase just before it starts to reverse consistently where you're not quite sure which way it will go?
Yes. This is kind of the phase because it's not rough enough, and sometimes the shine is outside, he's trying to bowl outswing, the ball will come in, so it'll be difficult for a batsman as well.
I'm going to say, if you don't know, how are we supposed to know?
That's why his line is so bowling at the right line is so crucial, and he is spot on. As for we just saw his shows his stats as pitch map, the 50% was good length, and that shot back, so it's reversing a little bit.
That was off the pitch. That one.
We'll have a look in the replay.
I reckon that one.
Off the pitch.
There's still enough seam off the surface.
Probably, but if it's a moisture in the pitch, maybe then, but not from a dry pitch.
I think we were on the surface this morning with Shane Warne, and the fact that the pitch is so dry, the ball is just biting into the surface. What will Root do? No, not today, Joe. Height. It's always a thing in the umpire's mind here at Old Trafford. It'll be pretty full to be hitting the stumps. Good probing over, though, from Woke, 70 for 4.
That's what I was talking about a little while ago, reverse swing. Let's see where the shiny side is. Shiny side is towards leg slip. It means we meant to come in to the right hand. And it did. Off the pitch happens, others, when there's a moisture in the pitch. There's nothing in this pitch. None. It's the third day we've seen his turning miles. I'm talking about as a bowler's point of view.
Sure, no, I absolutely accept that.
So normally, if it's a normal swing, shiny side is inside, the ball will go cross.
No, I take the point. We're chatting with Shane at the start of playing. We showed two balls that seemed markedly yesterday, and it's not off the damp. There is no dampness there. It's just that the pitch is so coarse, the ball is actually gripping as well. Absolutely take the point about swing and reverse swing, of which you are a master of. But on a dry pitch, the ball can dig into the surface and move off the seam as well. We've seen that here at Old Trafford. It's happened throughout the game. So it's excellent surface because there's a bit in it for everyone. Really good cricket pitch. Swept hard. The man is in front of square. It was a full toss. Rizwan wanted to get up behind square because the man out on the boundary is in front of square.
Positive attitude. There was a pre-planned shot, but beautifully executed. Behind square, the fielder was in front of square. First boundary to Rizwan. Lead is by 181 by Pakistan now. Still not out of the woods. They need a partnership here, at least of 40 to 50 runs.
Yeah, that would just ease the pressure a little bit for Pakistan. Still in a very strong position, obviously, but wary of that tail. The type of player that Rizwan is, if he's in there for half an hour or 40 minutes, he's going to score quickly. Looks a very proactive player. Oh, it's beaten Broad. It was in the air for a while, and Broad was coming in as if he was anticipating a catch, and then it spanned past him. To say England's out cricket has left something to be desired in this game. Lots of catches, misfields, opportunities spurned. Oh dear.
An awkward bounce. It really was. 500 test wickets. Stuart Broad is only 34. Unbelievable performance.
He was trying to wallop that. He came down with real intent then. Asad Shafiq, 77 for 4.
I think he went with the full force. He would have gone with the spin towards mid-wicket and mid-on. He probably would have picked it up. He's a good player of spin, Asad Shafiq, that's for sure.
I guess that 2% is simply because the game is in Manchester. You're never quite sure what the weather will do. If it stays dry, it ain't going to be a draw. What do you call a group of bowlers? A group of quick bowlers. wolf pack of. Wasim's contribution. And a few batsmen out there could come up with some other terms, none too complimentary.
I promise you, Jamie must be asking Chris Woakes, is it reversing or not? Is it normal swing? He probably have said maybe little bit reverse, little bit normal. Very dodgy answer.
Sitting on the
I would have
fence,
said,
you mean?
what? Tell me one thing, buddy. Are they reversing or not?
Well, if you watch Anderson here, if he starts to run up, hiding the ball in his non-bowling hand, you can bet your life he thinks it's reversing.
Let's have a look at the ball closely. Shiny side is nicely shined. What about the rough side? Is it roughed enough to be reversing?
Of all the grounds in the world, Wasim, which were the best for producing reverse swing?
You're talking about overseas?
Yeah, anywhere.
Look, on Asian pitches, subcontinent.
But were there particular grounds even in Asia?
Definitely Old Trafford and the Oval, because of the dryness of the pitch and square.
And in Asia, were there particular grounds that were more so than others, or all were just conducive?
All were the same, every game. You just had to wait for 20 overs, 25 overs. It reverses automatically because of the pitches there. They're bone dry.
And Australia, Adelaide?
Maybe after third day, maybe fourth day, when Australia were 500 for one. It's very difficult to bowl in Australia with the kookaburra, especially if you're an inexperienced bowler. The lengths are always difficult to pick up straight away. That's where you need experience. Because what happens is, as a young bowler, when you see a bounce, you get excited. So you try to pitch a shot of a length. In Aussie, they're very good at cutting and at pull. So that's what they do, and you try to adjust your length. You go 6 inches up, then they play you on the up there. So that's the problem happens with young bowlers when they tour Australia, especially from subcontinent.
Right on.
Anderson, being one of the top bowlers, one of the modern legends, I think he's one of the few bowlers in this day and age that he can bowl reverse swing, and of course both the swings, in swing, out swing, wing control, around the wicket, over the wicket. Complete bowler, beautifully bowled again, the right area, the right length, good bounce. Sprinted in 86 miles per hour. So, hint of a reverse swing, hint.
Right on.
That's good tight cricket, 79 for 4. So the lead 186, partnership 16 between Asad Shafiq and Mohammad Rizwan. Partnership with the ball in hand is Bess and Woakes, Bess and Anderson now. back as well there, Asad Shafiq, because it just bounced a little on him. He had to watch it carefully.
He checked his shot in the end. Experienced player. Dangerous shot to play against the spin on a bouncy track, and it's turning as well. Always liked his style of batting.
Right on.
That's good. Can play against the spin once you read the length well, and the man fielding that, Dom Sibley, it's a good example for him. He